now we've got Marcin Tybura taking on Alexandr Romanov, and this is a pretty big test for Alexandr Romanov, who was absolutely destroyed his UFC competition, which I will talk about later. But fun facts, you come to ask him for the predictions, he comes with you with the fun facts. And Chase Sherman, he recently beat Chase Sherman, who took the fight on like 5 days notice or something like that, because a lot of people pulled out before that matchup. And a lot of people were like, why is Chase Sherman still in the UFC? Well, here's why. Because Chase Sherman took this fight, the UFC gave him a 4-fight contract extension. Well, he actually got cut from the UFC and then re-signed. So a 4-fight deal with double pay for what he was on. That's how desperate they were for an opportunity for a fighter for Alexandr Romanov, which is crazy to me. But yeah, I think the UFC spent a really decent amount of time building this guy up. Like, he has been fighting pretty good competition outside of the UFC. Did beat a guy that was 20-5 at the time, and then more experienced competition, pretty good guys. Coming to the UFC, was meant to fight Marcin Tybura in his debut. That didn't end up happening, so he took on Roque Martinez, destroyed him, took on Marcos Rogério de Lima, destroyed him, and then did he win? I don't think so. I think Spino beat him, but anyway, we move on. And then they gave him Jared Van Der and Chase Sherman. Like, this guy has got, like, I don't know, man, maybe I'm going to be called a hater for saying this, but Alexandr Romanov has got a really protective record when you look at it. Roque Martinez was a guy that got beaten up by a lot of low-level heavyweights. Marcos Rogério de Lima is kind of having a run right now, but same sort of situation. Why is my mouse doing this, man? Anyway, yeah, and then Marcos Rogério de Lima, Juan Espino was his first test. He barely passed that, so they threw him back down there with Jared Van Der. They threw him back down there with Chase Sherman, and now they're giving him Marcin Tybura a step up. And I think that Alexandr Romanov's going to pass the test, but I just thought I would point out the fact that I think that his record is somewhat protected, and I think this is a crazy crazy big step up in competition from Chase Sherman, from Roque Martinez, from Jared Van Der, but I think that he's going to beat Marcin Tybura. It's a somewhat similar matchup. Both guys are grapplers, both guys are wrestlers. Marcin Tybura has pretty good striking, but Romanov's also got really good striking as well. I think it's probably underrated just because he uses so much wrestling and so much grappling, but Romanov has got striking in the back pocket as well. I think it's better than Tybura's. In my opinion, he did beat Walt Harris, but Walt Harris, from memory, had some sort of success in that fight there. And then we move on. He beat Greg Hardy, but Sergey Spivak destroyed Greg Hardy using the exact same game plan, pretty much. Like, yeah, Marcin Tybura is a ranked opponent for Romanov. It's about time we got a ranked opponent, and I think this is a good test for him. I think he's going to win. Both ground and pound TKO. Tybura has been chinned a few times in his career. He lost a decision to Volkov. Volkov is an elite fighter, though, and I do think that Romanov's going to beat Tybura. Just simple as that. And maybe though, because Volkov has been saying that he's got an opponent booked, but there's no opponents that make any sense in the ranking. So maybe they'll just do Romanov versus Volkov at UFC 280 if he wins. Give him a quick turnaround. I think that might actually be what they're planning on doing, because there's no opponents that make sense for Volkov to fight right now that he hasn't already fought in the rankings. So I think Romanov's going to jump up, beat Marcin Tybura, and then fight Alexander Volkov in UFC 280. Yeah. A conspiracy theory, Artem MMA Analysis out here. Let's move on.